up and see you later. It's great. So Jake and I both moved inside. We were with Don until he passed away. And now we're with Jim. You remember Jim Blykoff?
Oh, yeah.
All kind of, call him Lurch. Or the mortician. I think Jake calls him the mortician. So, yeah, it's kind of funny.
We are rolling.
Oh, okay.
We are rolling right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Everyone, this is Bob Rosenthal.
Yes, how you doing?
Worked with Bob at the A's and at Candlestick, and of course, a little bit at the Kings. Mm-hmm. You were never at the Sharks, right?
No, I did the Sharks at the Cow Palace before San Jose was built. Right. I did the Sharks for 2 years there. That was fun because it was their inaugural season.
Yeah.
And we did really, really well. So, yeah, that was fun.
Man, I remember, I was in kindergarten, right? And the Sharks just came out, or maybe I was in first grade. And I had one of those, those puff jackets that were like teal and pink. And yeah, there's probably still pictures of me with that. And it's like, I've been a Sharks fan since day one.
Really? Wow. Yeah, they're having a tough year this year, I know.
Every year is a tough year for the Sharks.
Lately,
It's just always tough.
Right.
You get there, and you're always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Yeah. Exciting to watch, though. I mean, hockey, I never got into hockey because it was more of an East Coast, thing, West Coast. I never played it, so I never really got into it, but it's kind of fun to watch.
It's hard to out here because you have to go to like a rink, right?
Right.
In like Minnesota or any of that, like in the north or in the East Coast, there's ice that just forms naturally on the streets. Right. You can just skate on,
You can play anywhere.
Yeah. So I mean, same with like Russia and all the those where it's Siberia, it snows all the time. It's just like. It's easy to practice.
Sure. Yeah. Here it's a little tough. You can't just go out on the street and play. So yeah.
We went over to SAP. They had like a service for Jay.
Oh, right. And, I heard about that. Yeah.
They catered it and everything. I mean, they knew what they had.
And they honored him at the game. They put it on the score on the board, the big. The big board in the arena. They put them on, and then they had something outside the employee entrance.
Yeah,
it was real nice. Yeah.
I mean,
it was done well.
Yeah, I let the 49ers and the Giants know too, and I don't know if they did or anything, but there was like a GoFundMe set up for his daughter.
Right.
And that
was sad.
He was in our fantasy league.
Okay.
Which the name of the league is Ashley's Flying Monkeys.
Oh, okay. That's
because
different.
She always used to call herself the Wicked Witch.
Right.
And so when I work for her, then what's that make me?
Yeah.
Flying monkey.
Flying monkey. Yeah, and, that's funny.
And so this year we're donating the whole pot to his daughter. To
good. Good.
Everybody puts in $100 and
right. Yeah. That was really sad. Her mom is not in the picture at all.
I've met her mom like one time. I don't really. I've talked to her like for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Okay.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, she was usually just with Jay.
Right. Yeah. Very sad. Yeah, it's too bad.
So, Bob.
Yes.
You started at Candlestick when Candlestick started, right?
I started in 1968.
Candlestick started 66?
61.
61.
Yeah, they moved there from Seal Stadium in 1961. So, I didn't start right away. I went to a lot of games with my dad during that period. Grew up watching Willie Mays. Loved it. And then I'm like, I might as well work here,
Yeah.
To a lot of games. I might as well get paid for this.
Right.
So I started out as a vendor, selling soda water, peanuts. Worked my way up to management in 1971 when the 49ers moved to Candlestick from Kezar Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
And, so that started my my career there, so to speak.
Where was Seal Stadium?
Seal Stadium was in, on Bryant Street, kind of, I don't want to say downtown San Francisco, but I forget what that area is called, Potrero Hill-like area in San Francisco. I never was there because I was too young. I was, I was 61 when they moved to Candlestick. I was only 10 years old, so I was less than that when the Giants played at Seal Stadium. But, it was a small stadium. It was built for a minor league team, so it wasn't very big. So they obviously wanted to go to a bigger park, because that's when Candlestick was built.
Right.
And they moved there, and that was not in the best place because of the weather, the wind.
I mean, the weather, wind, and the area kind of deteriorated over time.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But I remember I took a field trip to Candlestick in second grade.
Okay.
And this is when the Giants still played there, and Barry Bonds. I was like big time Barry Bonds fan, right? I was a big Giants fan back then. And so I go up, and we get there kind of early where they're just tossing the ball around.
Right.
And I get up there, and I run all the way to the outfield area around the stadium to the around the seats still,
right.
but in the outfield where
area.
Barry Bonds is.
Sure.
And it's barely anybody there, right? And I'm like, Barry, hey. He looks at me, and he just looks back like. Oh. And I'm like, what a dick.
That's typical Barry Bonds.
Yeah. And so ever since then, made an A's fan.
Okay. That'll do it. Yeah.
But
something like that'll do it.
When I started at Levi's, they were doing tours for celebrities of the new stadium and everything like that. Everybody's excited to see it.
Sure.
So I went into the 49ers building because I had a meeting upstairs, and so you have to kind of wait with security, and they let you in.
Right.
And I was waiting down there. It was just me and Barry Bonds.
Oh, okay.
Because he was waiting for a tour.
So you brought that story up?
No, what I did was I looked at him, and he goes, hey, and I turned away.
Really?
I just turned away.
You gave the cold shoulder.
Yep.
What goes around comes around.
Got him.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. One for you.
We're even, right?
Yeah,
he got
you're
me.
even. Yeah.
He got me at a tender young age of 7 or 8.
Right. Yeah. That's, you're a kid. I mean, come on. You know, acknowledge me.
Right?
Something.
Yeah.
God,
I mean, baseball, more than football, more than hockey, more than any other sport is usually lots of kids there.
Right. Right.
And young kids play a lot of baseball.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's just baseball is the thing for kids.
Right.
And it's to do that.
Yeah. That's demoralizing. Yeah. That could affect you, the rest of your life, sometimes. And I mean, it's not good.
Maybe if he would have said what's up, maybe he'd be in the Hall of Fame now. You never know.
Well, you know what? That's part of the reason why he's not in the Hall of Fame, because of the way he treated sports writers. And I mean, besides the steroid thing, which was never proven, that's another story.
Yeah.
But he wasn't real, he wasn't real sociable or nice to people unless he was getting something out of it, from what I heard over the years. Hell of a ball player.
Hell of a ball player. Hell of a ball player indeed.
God, he basically built, Pac Bell and all those shots in the water he hit and everything. So, but his personality was a little different. Yeah,
I mean, that whole steroids thing, I mean, I wonder... sometimes I wonder what it would be like if they just allowed steroids in everything.
Yeah.
Football, obviously, people would get tore up because injuries would be through the roof.
Right. I mean, they are as it is. It'd be even worse.
But with baseball, it's kind of like there was just a lot more home runs.
Right.
And it seemed like that was kind of the only thing. And so, I didn't see people get injured or hurt or anything like that.
Right. It's a different game. It's a little harder to get hurt in baseball than it is in football, obviously. But, and steroids, they don't necessarily make you hit home runs. It'll take a warning track fly maybe to a home run over the fence. Mm-hmm. But you still got to have that eye, contact, which he had. Mm-hmm. I mean, he just, could hit the ball. It was a God-given thing for him, and he did it very well, obviously.
And then, you had that Sosa and McGuire thing for going on for forever.
Oh, yeah,
and, I mean... I feel like steroids would probably make soccer a lot more interesting. Mm-hmm. Maybe people would actually watch it here in the States.
Yeah.
I'm going to get people mad at me for saying that probably, but it is what it is.
Soccer, it's gotten a lot bigger in the state. A lot of kids play it now where they really never used to. So it has gotten bigger. There's a lot of professional teams.
It's taken up, but it's still fifth place.
I was gonna say below football, baseball, basketball, hockey. It is
just right below hockey. I feel like right now.
Right, exactly. Yeah, but it's gradually moving up. So we'll see what happens.
Did you do concerts at Candlestick too?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, not Days on the Green. Those were in Oakland. I did Monsters of Rock. The Rolling Stones were there. The Beach Boys were there. That was after a baseball game. So yeah, we didn't have a lot of concerts there, but the ones we did have, yeah, I was there. Yeah, most of the concerts I worked were at the Cow Palace.
Oh, really?
Yeah, back in the '80s, starting with Prince.
Man,
that was the first one I ever worked.
That horse smell just never gets out of there.
No, it doesn't. No.
It's just like you go there and like, oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
it smells like shit the whole time.
Exactly.
Like, I'm still gonna eat this hot dog.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
Just,
nothing wrong with the hot dog. Just you got to smell the smell while you're eating it. That's all.
And then I heard Pete passed away too.
Pete did. Yeah, he did. He passed away.
He was an interesting cat.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
I remember he was.
Good guy, but yeah, interesting.
I remember he got caught freezing popcorn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, freezing it and then
selling it the next time.
Yeah.
Jeez. I didn't know you could freeze popcorn.
I
don't think you can.
That is such a penny pincher way, but that was his way.
It was probably stale, and he wanted to bring it back to life or whatever. Yeah. Wow.
And then
he was a character. I saw him a lot when I was there.
I remember there was something that happened at the Cow Palace and it was right when I kind of started there, which he was like, I think the water went out. And,
it's possible.
And people were like trying to fill up at the toilets or at the faucets in the bathroom or something like that. And then he started like, I guess he shut the other water off and he started like bringing bottles of water out there. And he was like, sell the water.
Yeah.
Sell the water.
Oh, man, he probably did.
That's classic Pete, though.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
always, I'm sure it sold well.
Super friendly, but super cheap.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
He knew how to make a buck, and I'm sure he did well before he passed away.
He had some good stories. I remember him telling me like so he was dating this girl, right? And she was like in her 30s, and he was obviously
older,
close to double that.
Yeah, right.
And he had met her mom.
Ah, okay.
But he told this girl that he was like 45.
Oh, really?
He met her mom. And her mom recognized him from high school.
Oh, no God.
So, yeah. So I was like,
that's great.
Oh, yeah, you got just outed.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah. Well, his mom and him were probably closer to the same age.
Well, they were 1 year apart.
Yeah, high school. Yeah.
You know, so she recognized him. She was like,
jeez,
45.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You know,
good old Pete. May he rest in peace.
Wow. When the Bulls were there, I remember one day I showed up to like count the money or something, and people were trying to get a hold of him. I guess they had just packed up one day and took everything out, and the next day they were completely gone.
Oh, the merchandise, you mean?
Yeah, all the merchandise, everything. All the player stuff, all the locker room stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they called me, and I was working for the Cow Palace then. I wasn't working for the Bulls. They called me and wanted me to help load the trucks. I'm like, I can't. Conflict of interest here. I can't do that. So, they didn't take all the merchandise, though. It was, up until a year ago, it was still there. We were selling it, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
A year ago? It's still there?
Yeah, well, up to a year ago. Now they donated it finally to some group. I don't know, but up till about a year ago, it was all still there. Shirts, the hats, hockey sticks, hockey pucks.
They'd been out of there for about 8 years or 9 years.
Yeah. Well, they didn't know what to do with the merchandise. They tried to sell it online. I think they sold some.
Yeah.
But not enough because they owed the Cow Palace a ton of money.
Right. I think that's why they up and kind of...
They went bankrupt.
Yeah.
The first year was great because part of the reason why it was their initial year, but also the Sharks. I don't know if you remember, the NHL went on strike.
Oh, there was a strike.
For part of that year. So a lot of people came up from San Jose to see hockey.
Yeah.
You know, because it was a pretty good show. You know, it wasn't bad. And then, the first year was really good for those two reasons. And then the second year, they like doubled up on merchandise. They thought it was going to be even better. So they bought all this stuff, and I'm trying to, find room for it. Is that your daughter? So.
I forgot.
So, they doubled up on everything and got stuck with it big time. There was so much stuff, jerseys and just everything. And, so they spent a lot of money on that. They got behind on their rent, this, that, and the other. So like I said, they owed a lot of people a lot of money. Season ticket holders who never got their money back, and
probably the vendors that they
definitely
bought the stuff from.
Yeah,
probably also the vendors that sold it. Mm-hmm. Did you guys get the commission checks from it, or
we didn't get it? No, we just got commission on what we sold at the game. We didn't get anything.
Oh yeah,
because we had no money tied up. It was the vendors that sold the Bulls the merchandise. They're the ones that lost out.
Yeah.
And the Cow Palace, of course. So
I remember they had some like cool looking sweatshirts too. And
they had some great merchandise.
Yeah.
Oh well, their logo, the
bull.
Yeah,
that was pretty sweet.
Oh, it was a great logo, and it sold fantastic when there were people there.
Yeah.
But they were getting down to like $400 or $500 a game.
Yeah, I was there one time, and it was like the tickets were super cheap.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like. Pete was like,
"Oh, am I in her way? Shoot."
Oh no, she can get out.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
She's got it.
Okay. Got a big driveway.
My wife is just trying to leave, and she is backing out. I was supposed to tell her that we were recording, and
forgot.
I forgot.
We got to talking. Oh, going over the lawn a little bit. But that's okay.
That's okay. It grows back.
You can replace that.
Yeah, it grows back. It's a frost anyway. It'll die soon.
Exactly. But anyway, yeah, the Bull stuff was fantastic. I mean, I remember the first night, the jerseys just went like crazy. I didn't know how well they were going to sell, so I loaded up the stands, dozen of each size or whatever. 5 minutes after the gates open, I'm running back to the storeroom getting more. It was pretty wild.
They were kind of banking on that strike going on. For a while.
Yeah, unfortunately, it did not. And as soon as the strike was over, that's when they started going. But it was a good show for people. I mean, a lot of people enjoyed it. Like you said, the ticket prices were low, and there just wasn't enough interest. They tried to push it. They tried to commercials on it. That's where they went. That's where they lost a lot of money too in advertising. They spent a ton of money on advertising, thinking it would help attendance, and it just didn't. It was a minor league. San Francisco is a major league town.
Yeah,
you got the Giants, the 49ers, the Warriors. All that, and minor leagues just it just never really clicked after that first year.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of too bad, because going to a Sharks game or a Giants or a Niners game, it's getting there. It's getting to where it's unaffordable. Not so much baseball right now, but football.
Football is astronomical. It's crazy.
Like you might as well go to Disneyland.
Yeah, exactly.
But even then,
that's pretty expensive too.
Yeah,
a friend of mine, he just told me yesterday, there's tickets for the NFC Championship game. Should the 49ers go that far, face value on his tickets were $500 a piece.
That's actually. I mean,
that's face value. Yeah. That's not what StubHub or
they'll
anybody
go
else
for
is
a lot more.
He's going to ask $1,500 for him because he can't go. He's going somewhere that day, and he's upset about it. But he's going to make some money on the tickets.
Yeah,
should they go that far?
I mean, that's kind of like that's kind of one of the perks of having those season tickets.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you can't go,
you can make money on the tickets.
Wants to go.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, tickets are hard to get there. I went to a game there last year. For the first time, I'd never seen Levi, and it was nice.
Oh, went to a game as a fan?
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah. I took my grandson and my son-in-law, now son-in-law, and went to a game. Bought tickets on. I think I got them from a season ticket holder, so I paid face value, and it was fun. It was cool to actually go as a fan. I never get to do that. I'm always working.
You have the crab sandwich?
No, not there. No, I've had crab sandwiches at Giants.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, plenty of those. Those are
when
good.
Chef T gets Chef T is always the one that's behind there. He's always kind of having his hand in making the crab sandwiches.
Right.
Every game, it was like.
Those are so good.
Hey, Chef T, I got to get some of those crab sandwiches. And so sometimes he'd come down to my office. He'd be like, "Hey, Josh, you didn't get these from me."
That
how
sounds like him. Yeah. That's funny.
Is he still around, Giants?
Oh yeah. He was here last year. Oh yeah. I see him a lot walking around. And yeah. Good guy. Yeah, he's always teasing me about something because he's a good guy. Yeah, those crab sandwiches are good. They're like $20 or $22, but but they are good.
God, yeah, they run out though. Sometimes
They do.
at Levi's they'll run out. So
Yeah,
you got to hurry up and get there before
Giants
halftime.
too. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Giants too. They run out sometimes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess you could only make up so many where they're going to be fresh because anything you're stuck with, you got to throw out.
That's nasty crab.
Yeah.
Although
yeah.
I bet if Pete were around, he'd figure out a way to
Oh
reuse
God!
it.
Yeah, he'd freeze it and resell it the next day, like you did trying to do with the popcorn. So,
I mean, of all things to try and save a buck on, freezing popcorn.
yeah, that's so cheap. I mean, come on, it's kernels and
How
that's it.
does it just take a lot of room in the freezer too? Because you have those big bags, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, those big yellow bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean-
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
He did like when we came in because we went to a couple Bulls games and he was like, "Man, just buy something, just buy anything, just buy stuff here. I don't care what
Right.
it is. Just I got to get my numbers up." It was always about his numbers.
Oh, about his numbers. Oh yeah.
know?
It was for Cap. He would always tell me, "Hey Bob, I had a good night last night. I did, X amount for Cap. Good job, Pete."
And,
Yeah,
once he got those the brand new set of teeth that he had,
Oh yeah.
he went from here to here.
to way up. Yeah.
Like to Mega Pete. Then it
Right.
was hard to talk to him then.
Oh
you know?
yeah. He was a character.
You've worked Levi's before, right?
No, I've never worked Levi's. They asked us to come down there after the Niners left Candlestick, but they don't want to pay us a percentage. They want to pay us hourly, so we're like, no. We work on commission. We're union, so they hired kids, whoever, to sell merchandise. So so they pay
Revolving
them hourly. So that store down there is something else.
Yeah, that's
That big store.
It's a
Oh, my
massive store.
God, yeah.
I remember
One of the biggest in the NFL, I think, next to Dallas. I think I heard.
Yeah, I think either the Falcons or the Vikings is pretty big too.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But I remember when we were moving into that place, when we were closing Candlestick down, we moved into Levi's.
Right.
And there was all kinds of like plans that they had, kind of like. You look back at it now, it's kind of like delusions of grandeur.
Right, right.
Like, oh, this is going to be the chocolate room where we just make chocolate. It's like, that's not going to work.
That didn't work out.
And like, we're going to grow all of our herbs on the solar terrace on the very roof. And it's like, no.
That didn't work out.
That didn't really work either.
Over 2.
Over 2. And, it's just, it's interesting how like when a stadium gets built and it's like new, everybody's like, wow, but then it just kind of settles into mediocrity.
Right,
it's like,
right. It levels out.
Yeah, a little osmosis into just being a regular stadium again.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And
eventually it does that.
Like when you work a new stadium, you always kind of remember like the day that it got fucked up.
Right.
The day that it got fucked up. And for Levi's, it was the Mexico versus Chile soccer game.
Oh, okay. Was that one of their first events?
It was.
there?
It was one of the first events, but we had already started the football season, so we had I think maybe it's still preseason.
Okay.
But I was up on the 700 level on the very top,
right.
and there were some soccer hooligans.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And people were waiting in the beer line, and the beer lines were long. And the bathroom lines were long.
Right, of course.
So
you drink beer, you got to go somewhere.
They weren't switching. They were just whipping it out right in the beer lines and peeing on the ground.
Oh God. Oh my God.
And then I look over and there's another stadium worker. It was kind of, it's probably like guest services or something because they had the suit on.
Right.
And she slips and falls in the piss.
Oh my God.
And I look and I see, oh God, I gotta get out of here. I can't be slipping and falling in piss.
No.
And then there's this there's a chance I can get some splashback.
Right.
From somebody peeing right next to me because I gotta go walk through and fix these kiosks, get the computers back up and running. It's
you can't be doing that. Oh, what a mess.
a couple events like those kind of stand out, right?
Yeah, oh sure. Yeah.
And
definitely.
The other one was it was after a couple years of Levi's, and it was a Grateful Dead show, and it was like back-to-back shows,
Right. Those are fun.
So those are like, you're working a 30-hour day.
Yeah.
You're just like, you get there, and you're working 8 a.m. to noon the long way.
Right.
And it was so. First of all, like these people come from all over, right? They bring their campers, they pack up their family, their dogs, and everything like that.
Sure,
and they drive over,
make a whole day of it,
make a whole
week of it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, they came out from like everywhere, all over.
Wow.
And then when the concert started and everybody went in, they just left the dogs in the cars.
Really?
Yeah, they left the dogs in the cars, and so
God, that's so wrong.
The cops or animal control had to come by and like
break the window,
them out, like bust them all out. So there's like 50 dogs roaming the parking lot.
Oh,
it's like,
they didn't try and put him anywhere. They just let him.
What
let
do you
him
do?
go.
It's 50 dogs. That's a whole shelter right there.
Yeah, no kidding. Jeez.
And
so I wonder what the people did when they came out to their cars and didn't see their dog.
And it was hot there.
Yeah.
It was
hot. Yeah. It gets hot down there.
And
it's the worst thing for a dog.
You can't be doing that.
No, not at all.
You brought this dog.
They cite people for that.
Yeah. You brought this dog across country, and what?
Right.
Were you gonna come back to like roast dog?
Yeah.
In there? You're not gonna have roast dog at night for dinner?
Oh, jeez. Not too smart.
No, I mean,
not too smart.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, right?
They say it muy loco in El Cabeza. Crazy in the head.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Jeez.
What kind of stands out for you in
my vending career?
Because you get more. It's more the interesting stories when it's concerts, right?
Right.
Because it's always a shit show.
Oh yeah, it was a concert. Yeah, at the Cow Palace. I can't remember who was playing, but these two girls came up and wanted a T-shirt, and they go, if I pull my shirt up, can I get a free shirt? I'm like, no. He goes, come on. So they did it anyway. And I said, beautiful, but you're still not getting a shirt. I can't be giving you a shirt. It comes out of my pocket. Yeah. But, nice for you. So that was one. And then of course the 89 earthquake at Candlestick was
that's right.
Was something. Yeah.
You were there.
Oh yeah, I was working. Yeah, I was down in my room, the warehouse, where they did all the food, and my novelty office was there, and I heard we had these like pipes, overhead, and all of a sudden they were clanging, and they used to do that like when a forklift would go overhead, but I go, no, there's people inside, it can't be running a forklift.
Yeah.
Well, that was the start of the earthquake, and yeah, but that part held up pretty well. I mean, we were all fine. I mean, the power went out.
Yeah.
But no damage or anything. But
they split.
It was
part of the seats got damaged, right? Didn't it crack up there?
Yeah, some. Yeah, I think in center field or something somewhere. Yeah, but not bad. I mean, they had just done a retrofit or something right before that.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they did a lot of stuff in case an earthquake happened, which it did. And, the park held up pretty well. In fact, most of the fans, they obviously canceled the game, and most of the fans are going, what's the problem here?
Yeah.
But then they started hearing about all the Bay Bridge and the marina and everything else, and then realized, because, no cell phones then.
Right.
Nobody had a cell phone. So, so it was, that was pretty crazy. So, that one stands out. And, obviously, World Series games, playoff games, Niners. I was there for the catch. Montana Clark. Yeah, I was in that end zone. I'd walked out of my office, which is you turn the corner and in the end zone there, and that was the end zone where Clark caught the pass. So that was cool. Fans just went absolute nuts.
I remember seeing him a lot. He was always around Levi's, and he'd always have a suit on, always looking sharp, but then good. Always wearing his like Chuck Taylor shoes, like some sneakers,
Yeah.
Gotta be comfy.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, probably a class. I never really met him, but I bet he was a class guy, nice
super
guy,
cool guy,
yeah,
super cool
similar
guy,
to like Jerry Rice is that way.
And I remember during the Super Bowl at Levi's, and I was getting on an elevator with him, and I looked to my left, and it's Larry Fitzgerald. Used to play for the Cardinals.
Right.
And I look at him, and I'm like, holy shit, he's like my build. He's not like a big dude.
Really?
He's not super tall. He's like 5'11", 6 feet tall.
Wow, he expected to be bigger.
I'm like, wow, I could be a football player.
Yeah, no kidding.
If I was like 3 times as fast.
I was going to say, if you had that speed.
Yeah, it didn't get winded when I like peel an orange.
Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah, I know what that's like.
And then Seal gets on. You know, Seal, like the Kissed by a Rose. He sings that song.
Okay, yeah.
He used to date Heidi Klum.
Right, okay.
And I looked at him, I'm like, man, you used to date Heidi Klum.
Right.
And, he has that burn on his face,
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't stop staring at it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I felt bad, but I was like, I couldn't stop staring at it. And everybody was going up to the solar terrace, and I wanted to get up there because I wanted to catch the flyover.
Right.
That was always my favorite thing.
Sure.
I'll always catch those flyovers.
Yeah, so loud, but
F-16s,
it's
F-18s,
cool.
Yeah. Something flying over. And,
Yep.
that was always fun. But I actually remember during the earthquake, I was super young, and I was playing Nintendo, and I put the controller down to go stick my hand in our fish tank and try to catch some fish.
Oh, really?
Over there. And then all of a sudden I look down, and the fish tank is starting to like slosh. I'm like, oh. And then my mom comes in. She's like, Josh. And I was like, I didn't do it. And she's like, get down onto the desk. And I was like, oh, okay.
It was the earthquake.
Yeah. I was like,
okay. That's where you were in '89.
Yeah. I was like, okay, well,
you were there.
Thought I was going to get in trouble. I wasn't supposed to have my hand in there.
Right.
And all of a sudden I caused an earthquake.
I don't think you caused it, but it's just ironic that you happened to be in that spot when it happened. Yeah, that's crazy.
But I mean,
jeez.
Yeah, that was a tough one. We're about due for another one.
We've been due. Yeah. There's been several in the area, Southern California, and big one's coming, and no control over it. So it is what it is. I'd still rather be in California than in Kansas, where they have the tornadoes and typhoons and all that. So
or where they have the
pretty
hurricanes
regularly. Hurricanes, yeah. Exactly. So I'll take my chances here.
Yeah, at least if you're like out in the middle of a field or something.
Yeah, middle of nowhere.
Probably okay.
You got a chance. Yeah, you got a good chance.
Or in a plane, even.
Yeah, in a plane probably. Yeah, I would think. But if you're in a 20-story of an office building, be a little shaky.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Yeah.
So a couple days ago when I talked to John, he wanted you to bring up the. He had to, I guess, stay in a truck or something.
Oh, the tent sale.
Yeah, so why don't you take us through that?
Oh, yes. Oh, God, the tent sale. Once or twice a year, we would, they'd accumulate all the old merchandise, and they put it outside D-Gate in a big tent. Huh?
At the Coliseum.
Yeah. Coliseum in Oakland, all Ace stuff. And it'd be on tables out there, racks or whatever, and it would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Friday night, we would have to compile, this is like 11, 12 o'clock at night after everybody left. We'd have to compile it all and put it back in boxes and bring it in and into a D store or wherever, and then take it out the next morning, set it up again, and then Saturday night do the same thing. Well, I don't remember if it was me or Jake or somebody had a great idea. John had just started there of asking John to, how about spending the night there? We'll each kick in $20. We'll buy you the beer, and it'll save us a hell of a lot of work. He's like, okay. So he did it. He spent the night, and I came in the next morning, and you could close it. It was kind of like a drape type thing, so you can close at 10. I go, everything okay? You're still here? All the merchandise is here? He goes, yeah, I heard of, a few things during the night, but I'm okay. So I think he did it for 2 nights, and
wow,
he made probably, I think there were 10 of us. We each chipped in $20, so he made like $400 for the 2 nights and a lot of beer. So he was okay with it, and we bring that story up a lot. He goes, I would never do that today.
Well, it was a different time back then.
Yeah, that was several years ago.
Yeah, the raccoons weren't as big.
Right. Yeah, they were just babies.
Yeah.
So it wasn't bad.
I mean, he must have heard like rustling around because raccoons are all over the stadium.
Oh yeah,
Coliseum.
Sure. There's food around and whatever, and they're looking for it.
Yeah,
so,
a couple times I was closing down Candlestick because it was non-game day, and I was leaving at like 8 or 9. It was right when it started to get dark, and You don't want to be around there when it gets dark because then the raccoons come out.
That's when they come out at night. Yeah.
And they're big.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, they're bigger than that.
Really?
I saw
Oh,
one. 'Cause
God.
I was walking out to my truck,
Like the size of a big cat
a big dog.
or a big dog.
Because this
Wow.
one,
I don't think I've ever seen one that big. I don't think I want to.
No, you don't. And I was trying to get to my truck, and I was, I locked the door to the bottom of the food and beverage warehouse, and I was
Right.
walking down to my truck and down that little ramp that they had,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and there's like 5 or 6 raccoons there, and I'm like,
Big ones.
get out of here, shoot, and then like you expect him to kind of like scurry away. Instead, he
did.
just stood up.
Oh, yeah.
And when he stood up, he was
Yeah.
like,
Oh, they
"Hi
got
to this
guts.
table." It was like my dog, like
God.
trying to like sit. It's like, oh my gosh.
Jeez.
I think maybe I'll go back inside and wait it out for a little bit, or I'll try
They're probably still going to be there when you come out, though.
or I'll try and
Oh,
go
man.
out one of the vendor entrances or something on the side.
Yeah, 'cause they're nasty creatures, and
Yeah.
if they start, going after you,
They're bold.
Oh, yes, they are
around there.
Very
'cause,
bold. Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing that can kill them out there.
right,
It might be a
right.
mountain lion that get to them or something.
Maybe,
but,
yeah.
down
we,
there.
We see them, the apartment in the city. We're near Golden Gate Park, and a lot of them hang out in Golden Gate Park area, the
Yeah.
trees and everything. So we see them outside our apartment. We come home late, from a game, Oakland or Giants or whatever, and we'll see the raccoons. But they're usually around the garbage cans trying to get, food or whatever. And I've heard they're more afraid of you than you are of them, but I don't want to take that chance.
That may be in Disney movies.
Yeah,
But not outside of an event center.
Right,
Because
exactly.
the door that I was using, it's right next to the dumpster.
Right,
You know,
right.
and so they're like,
They're right
oh,
there.
you're not going to steer us away from this.
Yeah,
This is our
exactly.
dumpster.
Yeah, and you try and get us away, I'm coming after you.
Yeah. With
It's not
all my
gonna
little
be-
claws and the teeth.
Yeah, it's not gonna be pretty.
Yeah.
So yeah, fortunately, I never had that happen, and I hope I never do, because that would be good.
Yeah. When they demolish that place, it's still nothing.
Right.
It's still just empty.
It's just flat. Yeah. Well, because I go by there a lot going up 101,
Mm-hmm.
like you were talking earlier where your accident was. Yeah. I go by there, not a lot, but I do go by there. And look at that. Look over to the right as we're going up 101, and lots of memories there.
Yeah.
Now it's just,
It's nothing.
dirt, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's, a lot of history in that place.
It ended,
That's-
that office ended as my office.
Yeah,
I was the last
yeah.
one to sit my ass in a chair in there, or last
Yeah.
one to fart in the room, or,
Whatever it was.
last
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Got out of there, and
Yeah.
I think they had a Paul McCartney concert and like a color rush.
I worked at Paul McCartney concert. That was the last event.
Yeah.
At Candlestick. Yeah. After
man.
that, they started to tear it down. Yeah, McCartney. That was a good show.
Remember,
Yeah.
people were like ripping towel dispensers off the walls.
Oh yeah, whatever they could
Yeah.
get. Yeah.
as a little like souvenir. Do you,
Right.
do you remember on the I think it was the second level where the merch warehouse was in kind of by Stadium Ops, they had that Hall of Fame with all the
Right.
players' pictures, like,
Yeah.
in like bronze or something,
Right.
and they had O.J. Simpson on there.
Oh, okay.
He's not at Levi's.
Oh no, I
No,
wouldn't think so.
he's not
No. No, not with
I mean, I
history.
kind of wonder who got those.
Yeah, somebody did.
Somebody's
Wow.
got O.J. Simpson's bronze.
Yeah, probably sold it on eBay or
Probably
whatever,
sold it to
you know?
O.J. himself.
Maybe.
You know?
Yeah, who knows? God, wonder what he's doing today.
I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, he was still a good player.
Oh yeah, he's a
But,
great
you know,
player.
big
It's just
asterisk,
all the
though.
other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big asterisk. Yeah.
It's like you imagine.
God.
So I read this thing to where it's like, if the Bills had won some game, they would not have had the draft pick to draft O.J. Simpson, right?
Oh, okay.
So then O.J. Simpson wouldn't have been a football player for the Bills. He wouldn't have
Right.
met his wife, and he
Right.
wouldn't have killed her because he wouldn't have met her.
Wouldn't have met her,
And
yeah.
he wouldn't have had to hire Robert Kardashian, and we would have never known who the Kardashians were.
That's right. Yeah, he made them famous, huh?
And it was just, he
God.
unleashed a plague unto the world that
Yes.
the world has never seen.
No, that's true. Yeah. That whole chase scene. I mean, everything about it. Wow.
That Bronco got sold for
a ton of money.
Yeah, I think a couple $100,000.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's crazy.
If I had my producer here, he'd look it up and tell us if we were right or not.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's probably right. Here. Yeah, no, you're probably right. It went for quite a bit of money, and the guy's proud. Hey, this is the Bronco that O.J. Simpson said.
Yeah, I feel like that chase went on for days.
Oh, forever. Yeah,
it was like. Didn't he have to stop
for quite a few
up?
hours? I guess.
Did they just let him fill
not. Up? Yeah, I don't know. But he was going along that freeway for quite a long time.
Yeah,
and, that wasn't really a chase scene because he wasn't going very fast.
Yeah,
he was just being followed by like these 30 highway patrol or whatever.
Yeah,
it was quite a scene. Yeah, it was quite a scene to say the least. Wow. History, boy, is quite a bit.
So when you go back to Coliseum,
Oracle Coliseum, probably around the middle of March.
Oh, so you're starting that season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Go back to there and Giants. We start setting up around the middle of March. Season starts around the end of March, 29th or 30th, something like that. But now that I'm in the store, it's so much easier than setting up. Regular stand. You just put the stuff on hangers, hang it on racks.
Mm-hmm. Especially D-Store, because it's always open.
Yeah,
it's like you only set that up once.
Right.
And you take it down once. Because now the Raiders are gone, so you don't even have to share with them.
That was the best thing for us when the Raiders left, because we hated that. We'd have to tear the whole stand down and set it back up. And, because the Raiders would start in August and baseball went till the end of September. So 3 or 4 times we'd have to do that. And, you remember Dane Floyd, I'm sure.
The
Raiders.
With the Raiders,
yeah. He was a stickler when it came to time, and he wanted you there at a certain time to do the work. Nice guy, great guy to work for, but he was a stickler when it came to time. I remember I worked a rave at Cow Palace one night, and those things go till 2-3 in the morning, so I didn't get home till 4 or whatever, and there was a Raider game the next day. And I called Dane, and I'm coming a little late. We were all set up. We had gone there during the week to make sure we were all set up. We're, set to go. And he goes, time is not negotiable. So I came in late anyway. We were supposed to be there at 8, and I got there 8:39, and we kind of sneaked in. We didn't go in his office. We kind of went in like where security goes, and I just went right to the stand, and Karen and I were so pissed that we wound up quitting that year. We didn't like working Raiders anyway. I mean, their fans are a little to be desired, There was a big fight in front of our stand. There were a couple of girls fighting, pulling each other. Guys are around. Nice. Grab her. It was, nice. Yeah. So after that year, I'm like, that's enough. And then, several years later, they were gone. But, that was something.
I always, I remember, so it was after I had left the A's, and after I retired from sports.
Right,
and,
okay.
I remember there was that last Raider game at the Coliseum, and the Raiders lost.
Right.
And the fans just went apeshit.
Oh, yeah.
And they were ripping seats out of the ground.
Whatever they could get.
Yeah. And so I got one.
You did?
Got one of the seats. Yeah, it's up there. It's in pieces. I got to put it together.
Oh, really?
But yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, because when I was there, all I was like, John, I want a seat.
Right.
I want some seats.
To go with your collection here.
Yeah. Because I knew, I had a feeling that there was a bunch of extra seats in one of those little trailer things that you guys had out there, like the containers.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was all like moldy programs and like moldy giveaways. A bunch of mold out there because it wasn't.
Oh,
it's been
sealed.
There
so long. Leaky. Yeah, a lot of those plastic team cards. I think there was a ton of those.
Yeah.
Cleveland Indians and Kansas City Royals that we could never sell, and there were a lot of those. But they eventually emptied that out.
Are the Cleveland Indians, are they the last team that has like an Indian or something like that?
I think so. Yeah, I believe so. And I'm surprised they haven't changed that.
Yeah.
Because obviously the Redskins, chain, the Commanders. The Stanford Indians or Stanford Cardinal now. So Atlanta Braves. Still the Atlanta Braves.
Oh, that's
still,
right.
Yeah,
that's right.
They still are.
I mean, Chiefs, I guess, but you could kind of get away with that.
Yeah, but still
Somewhat.
in reference to Indians or whatever. But
when they do that chant, though,
whoa.
I gotta imagine that's probably the next thing to go.
Oh yeah.
You
Atlanta
know?
is where they really do it. In the Atlanta Braves games, they really do that chant.
Well, they do
It
like the
gets
tomahawk
annoying.
thing too, right, or something like that.
Yeah, the tomahawk thing, right? Yeah, I remember selling those like the foam fingers. We sold foam tomahawks when the Braves came in one year, and they went because there were a lot of people from that were Atlanta fans. So yeah, we sold them, but pretty crazy, pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's I mean, when Washington changed their name, I wish that they had something
different.
They had something in mind. It's like, no, now we're just gonna be the Washington football team.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Right, I do. I was like,
well,
couldn't you come up with something better than that?
Come on.
Yeah.
You guys get paid a lot.
Obviously, you should have been more prepared. You knew this was coming. So how do you come up with the Washington football team?
Yeah.
And that lasted, a couple of years, I think?
It was a year or two, I think. Yeah, but it's, I mean.
Crazy. And even the Commanders, that's,
That's weird because you can't have
the
all
Redskins
Commanders
were cool,
on the field.
Yeah, right.
Then you got too many cooks in the kitchen.
Exactly. Yeah. I
mean,
the Redskins were cool. That was like a fitting name for them.
Yeah.
Great logo. You know, the whole thing. And
you could have went with Warriors. That's kind of like close-ish.
It is. Yeah.
But it's, or like anything else. Commanders,
I know. It just,
Like, was that where
doesn't flow?
They just must have just thrown darts and that's where it hit.
Exactly.
It must have hit on Commanders. Well, I guess we can go home now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good enough name. Yeah, we can go home. Jeez. Yeah, crazy. God, it's stuck, and that was it.
How many more years do you think you're going to do it?
Oh, boy. I don't know.
Yeah?
Yeah, as long as I can stand and still sell T-shirts, I guess I'm going to stick around because I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
I got it pretty easy now. I mean, at Oakland, I stand behind the counter and I got a stool there to sit, so I couldn't have it any easier. And I got the same kind of deal at Giants. I'm in a kiosk by myself. I don't have any setup. I roll a shutter up and down.
Oh,
and that's it. I'm out of there early. I go to the car, pick up Karen. So, I don't know. Oakland, I don't know how long they're going to be there. No one knows this whole Vegas thing.
Yeah.
So,
man, that's
I
disappointing.
might be down to one ballpark. Yeah, it really is.
They could have. Whatever happened to that Jack London Square thing?
Fell through. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, but they had supposedly plans, and all of a sudden Fisher came up with the idea. We're going to forget that and just go to Vegas. And the mayor of Oakland did a lot of work on that project and got shot down.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say it fell through. I think it more so it got shot down than anything else.
Vegas probably gave him a sweeter deal.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They can afford it. But but
that's still up in the air. I mean, nothing's until that first shovel goes in the ground.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not going to believe it, and it hasn't yet. So
that's true.
There's a lot of red tape involved, a lot of money, involved. So
no doubt,
we'll see. But at least I'll cut down to one ballpark. Then I won't have a choice if they do move. So
they can always go to Levi's.
Yeah,
eventually they'll see the way.
I don't know.
Aren't they commissioning the trailers?
The trailers are. Yeah. See, that happened. I think a couple of years after they moved, and I could have gone down there, but the Niners weren't doing very well then.
Yeah.
And they weren't making much money, so I'm like, drive all the way down there. I don't really want to do it. And then all of a sudden they got really good. And now they're making, 4 figures. So
damn.
I was like, damn. I should have taken it. But the people that hung in there, like Julie and, a few others that you knew, I don't know which ones you know or which ones you don't know.
Ruben's still down there.
Yeah, Ruben's down there.
Yeah.
Roger, did you know
Roger
Carter?
I know Roger. Yeah.
Yeah, Roger's down there. Randy, probably knew Randy.
Oh, Randy, yeah.
Yeah, he's down there. Zach Lutrano is down there. So
I went to middle school and high school with Zach.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
So it was like when you guys all showed up for that one day when I was like teaching that class on how to use the registers,
right?
You know, I recognized you, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember him from Candlestick, and I was like, oh, Zach,
right?
Damn,
yeah.
And Ron.
I think I just know the little camera thing there. I think it just went off.
Oh, it's.
Is that okay?
I think it's still. It's still recording.
Still going? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just happened to notice it on the corner of my eye.
It does like a battery save thing to where
okay.
it'll shut the screen off for a little bit.
Yeah, smallest TV I've ever seen. kind of cool.
It's just basically so you can tell that you're in the frame.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But usually, like I said, I have somebody else here that helps. That's usually
producer
sitting there. Yeah, because if I'm sitting here, he'll go and make sure that the camera's on me or that
that everything's working right,
that the levels are right, or he'll do the sound effects like
nice. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so
cheering section, like you have an audience here. Or something.
Live studio audience.
Yeah.
You know, I just need a laugh track.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
a couple laugh tracks and maybe a couple one-liners.
Right, I'm sure you can hook that into that system. I'm sure
it's not
I'm
easy. Still learning.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know, I'm still learning it.
You'll get it.
Like my buddy, this is what he does sound design for a living, and so when he's here, he knows, and he's like,
he knows how to do it.
You know, like test it out. How's this?
Right.
And can you hear out of both earphones? And like he knows like all kinds of stuff. And you know, I do a lot of the editing, which is I'm still learning too.
Okay.
So it's kind of a new skill. Keeps me young.
Yes. Right? Oh yeah. You want to stay young. Yeah. Good luck. You want to stay young forever because don't get old. Body starts to fall apart.
Yeah. You have to constantly drink stem cells.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Not bad. So so you knew quite a few of the guys down there in the trailers, but like I said, they hung in there when it wasn't that good, and now they're being rewarded with the Niners winning and doing very well. In fact, they got a game Sunday down there against the Rams. That doesn't mean anything, but it's still still going to be busy.
You're going to still get a lot of people there because this is a cheap ticket.
Right.
You know, but it's against LA. So it's kind of a rivalry game.
Oh yeah. No, people still be into it, not like a, real game because they might wind up playing LA in the playoffs, and the Rams are playing pretty good right now.
Yeah,
so
they're kind of hot right now. But isn't Matthew Stafford's out? Isn't he?
He's not going to play in this game. He's not hurt. He's just not going to play. Yeah. But either is Purdy for the 49ers.
Yeah, or McCaffrey.
Well, McCaffrey's hurt, so he needs that rest, but Kittle might just play a quarter. They're not. They don't want to get anybody hurt.
No way. Especially that offensive line.
Yeah,
just play the rookies.
Exactly.
Just give them reps.
Yeah, let these guys play that haven't played much all year and see what they can do.
Because
that's your chance.
Last game they were running out of offensive linemen.
Yeah. Yeah. They were going down.
Gonna have to ask people in the stands.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah,
you know?
Find some big guy, 6'8", 275. Hey, you want to come in?
Can you sober up for a second?
Yeah, exactly.
That
might be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of drinking going on down there before, during, after the game.
Oh, I mean, you kind of have to be a rich man to get drunk, though.
Yeah.
I know.
Unless if you bring your own in, it's not bad.
Tailgate,
But buying with $15 to $20 a pop, I think.
Yeah.
Now the beers, that's. You get 6 of those, it costs you a paycheck.
Right? Yeah. And then sometimes I just I have to get 2. Because that's the amount you can.
Right,
so you have to get
limited.
2.
Yeah,
and then
because you don't want to have to go back.
Yeah, but then you're sitting there, and it's like you're not necessarily drinking them fast.
Right,
and you finish the one, and you're like, I have another one. And you're drinking. It's like it's that warm beer.
Right, right. It's been sitting. Not real great.
It's you really have to power it down.
Right. Once it sits, beer is not too good once it sits for a while.
Yeah.
It goes flat and it's not cold anymore. It's got to be cold.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I got a fridge full of beer. If you want a beer?
Oh, no, I'm good. No.
It's still early in the morning.
Yeah, a little early, but I really don't drink, to be honest.
No?
No.
Not even after the games?
Don't. No. No, you never saw me out in the parking lot.
No?
Did you? I might have been out there, but I wasn't. Rick always offered me a apple juice or a soda or something. I remember when I
maybe
see you guys outside Seagate.
Yeah.
You guys would all be drinking. You and John,
Yeah.
Jen, and
Go back in and count the money.
Jason. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I couldn't figure out. Yeah, John would have to do his numbers or the payroll or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah, go have, drink a 6-pack and go in and do a bunch of numbers.
Well, it's kind of like
He was good at it.
it was like sometimes it was just like, okay, I counted the money, so I'm just gonna take these papers, go home and like input it at home.
Right,
You know,
right.
'cause
Yeah, you're better off.
You don't want to be hanging out
Right, too
downtown
long.
or East Oakland, kind of like
Yeah,
that, where you're
exactly. Yeah,
too
not
late.
the best area. I'll tell you what, the best deal now at all the venues is credit cards only. We don't deal in cash at all anymore. Ever
Oh, really?
Since COVID, yeah. Ever since COVID, they did away with cash because you know how dirty cash is anyway. Well, they didn't want us handling it because who knows where it's been. People use it to blow their nose
Plus the
or whatever.
fakes.
Yeah, well, that too.
Yeah.
And the companies realize how much money they save by not. I mean, you have to hire people to count the money. You got to hire guys to distribute it to all the stands.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to hire people to count it at the end of the day.
You have to do change.
And you bring in change. You have to hire Brinks or whatever to pick it up. And the biggest thing is theft.
Yeah.
There's a ton of theft when there's cash involved. So now it's all credit cards, and it's great. I mean, our settlement the other day, we run a tape, take it downstairs, and
That's it.
see you later. Yeah.
Wow. So
It's
yeah,
great. Just close it out.
no sheet or anything.
No, we don't do inventory at all because everything's barcoded and everything comes off what's sold on the register as long as we, scan everything we sell.
Mm-hmm.
They know what we sell downstairs. They match it up with our credit card numbers, and it's so much easier. So much time. It's less time we're there now.
When the registers go down, though, because inevitably they
do go down. Yeah.
So then, do you accept cash then, or is it still sorry?
No, sorry. Yeah, you have to either wait, and we have 3 registers in our store, so when one goes down, we usually still have at least one that does work.
I thought there was 4 in there.
There might have been at one time, but no, there's only 3 now.
Oh.
And maybe we did have 4. I don't know where there's room for 4, really, because you got one where Donald was, one in the middle, and then one on the other end. So
because I remember I set up 4 in the stores, but I think maybe did you guys add a location or something? Maybe they took 2 of those.
Really, no. We have very few locations. We have D gate, D store, C gate, C store, the hat stand in the middle. And then the one on 105. That's it.
But you have the 2 upstairs still, right?
We don't use anything upstairs.
Oh.
They're never open. Yeah.
What about wasn't there a treehouse something?
Yeah, but they didn't open anything out there either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were using the stopper zone too, I think, for a while.
Oh,
they had a little stand out there, but now with the attendance that they were getting, you didn't need more than that. That was plenty. Few games they drew okay when they played the Yankees or the Giants.
Oh yeah, those
they
games
draw
are always
well,
packed.
but yeah, but
Opening
other than
day
that,
usually.
Yeah, but I mean, a weeknight against Kansas City, you're getting a 2,100 or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't need much open. So
That's true.
That's one thing about Ian. He kept the staff down, pretty low. We're all able to make some money. So.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. He kept it low. So not that John didn't, but Ian was pretty cool about it. That we don't need any more open than we have. So yeah. Then we were taking days off a lot, during the week. Monday night against Cleveland or somebody. I'd take off. So we weren't working every game, but still working quite a few over the years. So. Yeah, so it's not a bad deal. Like I said, I've been doing it for 55 years, so it can't be that bad.
God, yeah, 55 years.
Yeah, I know. Started in, 1968? So actually this year will be 56. Yeah. So crazy, huh?
Wait, the Coliseum opened in 66, right?
Coliseum, no, a little later, 67, I believe. And then I started a year later, 68. Yeah, I think they opened in 67. I think it was there a year before I started. And then I started out selling food, and then I went into merchandise like a year later. Worked for Don's parents, Dolly and Earl Goki.
He was like, Don was what, the first employee or something like that?
Yeah, he was there from day one. God. Yeah, he worked Frank Ewell Field when the Raiders were there before they moved to the Coliseum. So, yeah.
Oh, geez.
Don's a legend, or he was a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing was sad too. He went pretty quick. But yeah, so his parents, obviously you didn't know them. They ran the Raiders and the A's for several years.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that it started out as like a family business.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
And it's crazy that it started out that way. Like selling Raiders and A's gear. And,
right, and we didn't have much. We had a couple of
Right.
hats, a pennant, a couple of shirts, a sweatshirt. You know, it was very, very small back then. Now, as you know, it's just so elaborate.
It's corporatized
it's just
for
gotten
sure.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, merchandise business is crazy. I mean, the numbers I hear what some of these stadiums are doing looks like, unbelievable.
Yeah.
$7, $8, $9, $10 a head on some days. That's a lot. We were lucky to do 50 cents on some days.
Yeah.
Because nobody really, cared back then. But they did well. They got the 3 World Series in Oakland, 72, 3 and 4. I was there for that. And of course, we did really well. Prices were ever so cheap, though. I think hats were like 10, shirts were like 12, autograph balls were like 5.
Yeah.
So you had to sell a lot to make a lot, but we were also getting a higher commission then.
That's also way before inflation too.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple inflations since then.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. More than a couple, probably.
Yeah.
Probably quite a few.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, definitely. So it's been it's been good to me. Jake, us have been at it for several years. It's not bad. And now we don't work football, so we work 6 months out of the year. We work April through September, October. That's it.
Yeah, not having the Raiders there has got to be just such a relief.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
There's nobody you have to like run things by. Or
right.
Switch like signage and things like that.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot. Yeah. We were there so many hours, just, especially if the A's would leave on like a Thursday or a Friday, then the Raiders would play the following Sunday. We'd have a lot of work to do in a short period of time.
Yeah.
And the guys on the field, who I knew a lot of them, they even had it worse because they had to change that whole field around. The seats, the portables, they had to bring out.
Yeah.
And that was a
Those
lot of work.
groundskeepers at the Coliseum were something else.
Yeah.
Because I remember it was like always a big deal when it was football. It was
A
that they were changing it or something, and it was like, wow, you never get to see this. This is how they put them. This is how they put like the pitcher's mound in.
Right. And again, behind the scenes, people don't realize the work that goes into that.
Yeah,
it's quite a bit. It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
Clay, did you know Clay, the head groundskeeper out there?
Yeah. He always he brought his dog.
Yes.
I always just see the dog on the field running around.
Golden Retriever, I think. Yeah. He'd go up to the water. I mean, they'd be watering the infield, and he'd be, we used to sit out there. We'd set up. Jake and I would go to the seats, right around the corner from our stand, and we'd sit there and watch. And it was pretty funny. It was pretty entertaining, actually.
Yeah.
So,
and then going downstairs where the where the entrance to the field is, right there, where you have that little kind of storage area.
Yeah.
And where the batting cages are there.
Yeah. In center field. The minus.
The
minus. That's still there.
Yeah.
Still there.
Still cold as hell.
Oh, God, yeah. I don't go down there much anymore. I used to when I worked. I used to work a lot of times in the warehouse during the week. I'd help him out or whatever. Back when Dane was running it, or Pete Marino.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was running it for a while, and the minus, it's still there. They still put a lot of stuff down there. They can't fit upstairs, but they have done a good job. One thing that Ian did, he really did a good job on organizing the warehouses up there. They had the main one, and then the Raider room. They gained the Raider room. They gained that space.
Oh yeah,
when the Raiders left, and then the one next door, and then the one down the hall. So they have all the hats in one place, all the jerseys in one place, all the T-shirts in one. So it's a lot more. You're not jamming everything into the main warehouse. So when you go fill an order, somebody wants a T-shirt, you know exactly where to go. So it's really pretty organized. So
I do regret that I never got to try out that batting cage down there.
Oh yeah,
I remember it was.
That would have been fun
when the A's were playing the Yankees one year, and Aaron Judge was going in the batting cages, and I was like, go easy on him today, huh? He's like,
That's what he said, huh?
Yeah, and he ended up like.
God, that guy was huge. He was like bigger than life.
Big ass dude.
6'8".
And he ended up like. He did not go easy on them that day.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Too bad Giants had a shot at him. But, it never worked out like everything else.
I mean, that's a hot ticket.
Yeah, yeah. They would have got him. He would have put some people in the seats.
I mean, it's like,
Definitely.
gosh, you play baseball? Why? I guess it's safer to play baseball than football, but somebody's football team could use you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Wide receiver, tight end, I mean.
Tight end for sure, yeah.
Yeah, or defensive end.
Defensive end? Yeah, no doubt. It's just like,
big guy. Yeah. Yeah, 6'8", and, huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's still with the Yankees, and he'll probably retire as a Yankee. So,
yeah.
But, so life goes on at the ballpark, that's for sure.
Yeah, so
a lot of fun.
Maybe people will come to the Oakland Coliseum and catch you there.
Yeah, hope so. Yeah,
Catch
section
Bob
125. Yeah, section 125. Come see me. I'll be happy to sell you a shirt or a hat,
Maybe
whatever
both.
you want. Yeah, maybe both. Maybe a jersey. Although we don't have any jerseys with names on them anymore because obvious situation.
Yeah, that's just the nature of the A's.
Yeah, they don't keep players long enough. I think the last jersey we sold was Chapman and Olsen.
Yeah,
we sold
Olsen.
now they're obviously both gone. So we can't sell. Now you can go to section 105 and have a name put on.
Yeah.
If you like, so you can buy the blank jersey from us for 125, and then take it to section 105. And Karen will help you.
Karen does the customizing
Karen's
now?
down there. No, she doesn't do the customizing. She works
She's at 105.
there. Yeah.
Oh.
Randy does most of it, and then Randy and Roger do the customizing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's a talent, I guess.
It's a tough one because with those you have that you have the separate letters. At the Niners they just have that.
Oh,
it's out.
Okay, right.
But at least over there at the A's,
one letter at a time.
It looks like it's stitched.
It is, it does. Yeah,
and you could get it stitched after you have it pressed on.
Right.
But at the Niners, it's just kind of like those little heat presses, and that's it.
Right. Yeah, jerseys at Niners. Oh my God. When I hear they just sell like crazy.
Yeah.
They're out of Purdy. When I hear they can't get any more.
Yeah.
I guess they can't manufacture them as fast as they're selling them. Because even online, I think I've heard they're hard to get.
Yeah, I mean...
obviously, they didn't know, he was going to take off like that.
Right. Well, we had that... I remember when we had Kaepernick, and they were worried about selling out of jerseys and everything. So
right.
Then we just went hard on the Kaepernick jerseys. And then he started tanking.
Yeah, exactly. I was there. I was selling them then.
Oh.
And he was the hottest thing for a while. And then all of a sudden, you couldn't give him away. I think
a Candlestick, they were hot there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Uh-huh.
But then once we got to Levi's, it was like, okay, now we have 3 times the amount of Kaepernick jerseys. We're not gonna. We're not
he
gonna
wasn't even
these.
playing then, right?
Well, he was playing.
Oh, okay.
But
he wasn't playing well.
He just sucked.
Yeah.
I think that was the last year that they were even remotely good because that was the year that I think that was Harbaugh's last year there.
Okay, could be. Yeah.
I remember there was all kinds of drama with Harbaugh and the GM Trent Baalke when they're setting up the stadium. Because apparently they had sold these seats like the real expensive club areas in the downstairs.
Right.
And they had it so that the players would walk by.
Oh,
so that was kind of like a selling point for those seats.
Sure.
But when you walk by and you sit right there, then you're in the sun the whole time. You're on the sun side. So then, and Harbaugh, he was like, he had to argue against that because obviously you're going to get tired and fatigued.
Sure.
When you sit in the sun
beating on you. Yeah.
So then they still had to go by the club, but then they went by the club and they crossed the field to the other side. And it's like, it seems like it was not thought out for football. It was thought out for events.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, because a lot of people sit on that side were complaining.
Yeah.
A lot about being on that sunny side.
Gets hot.
Yeah. Yeah. August, September. That's the hottest weather at that time of year.
And I had to walk around with my suit on.
Oh God,
in there, and it's like.
That's
I
tough.
just have to be seen with the suit.
Yeah.
And then I go and I change again.
Oh, okay, get that tie off.
Get that tie off, get the pants off, the shirt off, get it off, and have like just tank top and some you know, comfy pants to wear.
There you go.
You know, Perfect. I'll be there, and you know, I still had to have my like credential and everything, but I'm running around fixing computers. I don't need to be like.
You don't need to be in a suit.
I don't need to be in a suit the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And
never had to do that at A's, fortunately.
Yeah.
You never had to wear a suit there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had fun there. That was.
It was nice. Everybody that worked there was cool.
Yeah.
It was just.
It was a nice group.
It was like a place away, you know. And I used to still go back to Levi's and still do games there and everything.
Right. Right.
I mean,
big difference in comparison, between the two is, I think that's another reason why I didn't want to go down there.
Yeah, but
it was a little too much for me, you know.
Yeah,
more, t-shirt and, not that I have to dress up working a booth, but still, I think in the store you have to, or you have to wear a polo,
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, well, nowadays we do too, but polo is fine.
Yeah,
we wear polos at Giants and A's, and that's fine. Because, that's not bad.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, I did kind of like wearing the suit because it kept me...
grounded? Kind of,
yeah. Like, it didn't make me so that I just kind of, like, completely let go.
Right, exactly.
Gave up on myself.
Yeah. You had to show a little...
Yeah.
I don't know what the word is, but you had to just...
A little professionalism.
Yeah, there you go.
Just a little bit.
Just a little. Yeah, just enough.
Yeah. But,
funny.
It was like... it got super hot down there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then, September, we bought these, like, cooling towels.
Oh, yeah.
You remember cooling towels?
Oh, yeah, we had them at A's.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
We still do.
Those don't really, I mean, they work great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're great. Yeah, $12. Hey, you can't go wrong. You just pull it out, snap it, and put it around your neck, and close you down. Yeah. We sold quite a few of them, actually.
Yeah.
Because we had some hot days in Oakland, too. Not like Levi.
Oh, yeah. Well, those days
some
are
80-degree days. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, we had some days. Then that store gets really hot, too, because the sun...
Oh, you guys have AC in the stores, though, right?
Yeah, but I don't think it ever works right. It doesn't. Yeah, I've never felt it. They turn it on, but it's still.
They're moving out of there in a couple of years. They're not going to fix that.
No, exactly. Yeah, it's been that way for a while. They're just going to leave it. You guys can suffer for a few hours.
Yeah. So is Jake in D store with you?
Oh yeah, yeah. We work the registers, and then Jim works the floor. So there's 3 of us in there.
Yeah.
Sometimes 4. Rick will come over once in a while and work with us.
So who left D store then? Because
Don,
yeah,
obviously, and then it was Don and Jim, and who was the third one with Don? When Jake and I were in the stand, God, I can't remember now. Somebody had to leave.
Alex?
Yes, Alex.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we pulled seniority rank on him. So you're out of here. So he works the gate now.
Oh.
He works the gate now with Rose and Bob Vetrano.
Oh, really?
Zach's dad. Yeah, he came over from Seaside to work there. Yeah, we pulled the old seniority thing. And Jake and I probably should have gone out there years before, but we just never did because we had fun in there.
Yeah.
Just interacting with the fans, which you really can't do that much when you're in the store. You just ring them up and, hi, how you doing? Enjoy the game. See you later.
Plus, if there's nobody coming at the stand, you can peek over, watch the game for a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but we got 2 TVs in D stores. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. You got 2 big screen
you finally
TVs.
got them.
Yeah. Oh, we've had them there.
Were they?
I guess they weren't there when you were there.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't know when they got them, but they're in there now. So
wow, because I remember you kept saying, hey, it'd be great if we had some TVs.
Yeah, we got 2 of them now.
Oh, nice.
So yes, we watched. We can't watch the Giants. That's a no-no. We
Naturally.
got told, I don't care what you watch, but don't put the Giants on. So when the Niners are on like a Sunday morning or something, we watch that. The Warriors, we'll watch them. So. Yeah, one TV on the A's, it has to be, and then one TV on whatever else we want except the Giants.
Man,
so
that area,
not bad.
Like At one point, you had 3 teams there. You had the Warriors, Raiders, and the
Yeah.
A's, and now it's like
It could be down to 0, possibly.
zero.
Yeah.
It's such a waste of a BART station. And it's
Oh,
a
it is.
key area.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's so easy to get to.
Yeah, it's right off the freeway.
Yeah.
It's really easy to get to, and it's too bad. The Warriors went to San Francisco, Raiders to Vegas, and who knows with the A's? You know,
I mean,
they could wind up in Vegas eventually, but you know, who knows when?
they're going to keep that
So.
Coliseum's exit at least, you know?
I think so. Yeah, well, they're not going to tear the Coliseum down. I don't think.
I mean, you got to probably
they'll
call
try
it
and
something
get
else
a-
if there's no Coliseum.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they will. But they're going to try and get maybe an expansion team or something eventually. If Major League ever goes to more teams, I'm sure they'll try and get a team there. But they just never drew that well, you know. Especially the last few years, they just haven't really drawn well at all. They did back in the day, you know, when McGuire was there, Canseco was there. You know, they won a lot of games. In fact, they were winning. I think when you were there, and
they were not bad.
yeah.
But,
They
you know,
they're making the playoffs, at least the first round. They never could get out of that first round.
The attendance
But-
didn't really support that, but
Right,
you know, like
right.
as it went on, I mean,
yeah.
But I got to think like when they changed that name of the Coliseum exit, it's maybe they ought to take a page out of the Redskins book. And
Oh, yeah.
maybe just call it the Oakland BART stop.
Yeah, there you go.
You know?
Yeah, they can still call it the Coliseum because that's not really in reference to the team or anything. It's not like
Unless
you
they
know,
tear it down, you know.
Yeah. Which I don't think they will. I've never heard anything about that. So
I mean, I
maybe
hope not.
Eventually, I mean, it's pretty old and pretty, you know,
But they
pretty
tore the
leaky
candlestick down.
sometimes. Yeah, they did.
And they didn't do anything with it.
I know. It's a rubble. And,
Yeah, it would have been better
yeah.
just to leave it and have kids could still take
Yeah.
field trips there, see what it was like. You could have I don't like. We tried to get like a company football game going with like all the merchant food and beverage people versus
Right.
the like stadium ops people.
Yeah, that would be
And we wanted
fun.
to play like a little flag football game down there, you know.
Right.
But
Never happened.
they weren't gonna do it because it was too much of a liability.
I was just gonna say liability. If somebody gets hurt,
Yeah.
who's responsible? Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So I mean, we had
Exactly.
we did have the game, but we had it at like this field. And of course,
Okay.
like stadium ops guys, they're always like lifting heavy stuff. They're
Oh
always
yeah,
good.
yeah.
And so,
they're big and
oh,
strong,
they
and
killed us, killed us.
I guess so.
Killed us.
Yeah. But you're right. They could have left it for a high school or
Yeah.
college, whatever.
I mean, people
somebody
could play
to play
there.
Yeah. What a waste.
Yeah.
It's not like they're going to build anything there. I mean, I don't know. It's been quite a few years. They haven't done anything about it yet, so I don't
Right,
know
I
if
mean,
they're going to
I've heard-
build housing or
I've
something.
heard housing. I've heard shopping center.
Yeah, oh yeah, they've talked about that, and they want to make that area much better than it is. Yeah, good luck. It's been that way for
Yeah.
100 years.
But
you
that's
know?
also like, isn't it a national park? So you can't really do much, right?
Right, there is a park, on the
Yeah.
outside there as you're driving around the outskirts. Yeah, there is a national park there, which I don't think too many people go. But
Well, I used to. So after I left the A's, so I started working for a company in San Francisco. It was kind of like by Cesar Chavez around there.
yeah.
And so I used to leave, and I used to. There was this office building, kind of like on the way to Candlestick.
Right.
And underneath there was like a little deli, and this like Asian couple used to run it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And so I used to go there and get a lunch or get my lunch and a sandwich
or
every
something.
day.
Yeah.
And go to the park there and eat it,
hang
watch
out.
the waves and stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Watch the ground squirrels come up. Everything.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. you know?
Yeah, but probably weren't a lot of cars out there.
Not a
though.
lot of cars.
No.
And if they were, there
especially
was just,
during the week. Maybe
yeah.
on weekends it might be a little more, but yeah,
it was just
not
kids,
during the week.
pulling up in the parking lot smoking weed or something.
Oh yeah,
You know,
that was
bless
the
their
place to
hearts.
go. Yeah, yeah, I can relate to that back in the day.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because when I used to work there full time, I'd be at Candlestick every day, even when the Giants were on the road. I was, full time, so I do exactly what you were saying: take my lunch, go out there, eat, and then have my little cocktail for dessert.
Yeah.
Wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Go back to work with a smile on my face and
Yep.
ready
Nice
to
and
go.
refreshed.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
'Cause there wasn't a lot to do, during the week. Maybe when it got close to when the team coming back, I'd have to get merchandise in and count it, sort it out, or whatever. 'Cause I used to do all that by myself. I didn't have any help back then. Even in '89, the year they had, but the World Series they brought They brought a lot of people in.
Yeah, I had to.
From the East Coast, because Stevens, who I was working for then, had the Mets, and God, who else back then? I know they had the Mets, but they brought in people from New York to
like a concession company?
Yeah. So they helped me out, and I needed it then. It was a lot of work.
Yeah, that's a tall order.
Yeah, we were getting deliveries, every day, and not just a few cases. It was like 100, 200 boxes of hats and shirts, and So I had made room for it all, though. It was amazing. I didn't have a lot of space, but I got it all in there. So, did pretty good. That was fun. It was actually fun back then. I was sad to, when that new company took over, Volume Service.
Oh, it was,
took over in
Volume Services, and then it was Centerplate.
Yeah.
They had changed their name so many times, and they had to change it again because I remember that CEO got caught kicking a dog or kicking a puppy in an elevator. Yeah.
No kidding. I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, something like kicking a dog, and it wasn't even his dog. It was like his friend's puppy. It was like a Rottweiler puppy.
Kicked it? Oh, my God.
Yeah, like...
That's brutal.
Yeah, there's videos. There's videos of it, and it's really? Like once those videos went viral, it was like, this is the guy that sells $20 hot dogs.
No
people love to get all over that.
Sure,
if something goes wrong, it's like
animal cruelty.
Yeah, you can't be kicking a dog.
No,
even if it was yours.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's not good at all.
I think it was like picking the dog up like by the leash.
Really?
So
he's hanging like
some real piece of shit stuff,
Oh, I would have seen that. I'd have beaten the guy.
Yeah, well, a lot of people were pissed. Yeah, and I think he did get in trouble for it, rightfully so.
Yeah,
there's
a lot of dog people out there, including. Yeah, obviously you are. You have a dog.
I couldn't do that to my dog, even if I worked out every day. Right. 80 pounds.
I was going to say, he weighs 70, 80 pounds. Yeah. So I just saw him for a second. I could tell he was pretty big. Yeah. How old? How old is?
He's 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, his still pretty young.
His name's Sanford.
Sanford and Son.
Exactly. So when we got him, he was like the reddest one, and they called it like the Red Fox colored labs.
Okay.
All the other ones were yellow and chocolate.
So Red Fox.
Yeah, Red Fox.
Perfect.
So I was like the Red Fox labs.
Yeah.
So that's why I named him Sanford.
That's great. Yeah. That's perfect.
It's my favorite show.
Great show. Oh yeah. I used to love that show.
You can't make that show today.
Oh no. Oh no way.
But
same with All in the Family.
Yeah.
That's another one. Oh, Archie.
Married with Children. You couldn't.
No. All the stuff that came out.
But
God no.
Like Red Fox as a comedian, like his comedic presence on the TV, especially when he had like Aunt Ethel or Aunt Esther.
Just not get this. Spam. Spam calls.
Spam.
Spam risk.
But
commercial. That's my cousin Spam. See that one?
Well, something. Oh man. God, I saw something recently. Spam came out with some kind of like commercial, and it had to do with spam calls. I'm gonna butcher it. I forget it, but it was clever.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. But anyway, going back to the dog story. Yeah, Red Fox. You're already talking about. Yeah, classic. And his son, Lamont.
Yeah.
Okay, Lamont. Yeah.
Lamont Sanford. And then
Grady. Was it Grady? Was his
Shady Grady?
Yeah.
And I remember he always used to have he always used to drink Ripple.
Right.
That wine?
Right, Ripple.
And, back then it was super cheap, shitty wine, right?
Yeah, I used to drink it back in the day. That Thunderbird was another one, I think.
It gets you drunk, right?
Yeah.
And I was just checking, I was like, I wonder if you can even get Ripple anymore, Right. And so there's a couple people like on eBay or some other stores, some place selling it.
Right.
It's like $350 a bottle.
Wow, is it really?
Yeah.
Your voice isn't... I'm getting used to it. Is it still coming through? I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still good, right?
Getting used to it, I guess.
Yeah, it takes stuff to get used to.
Yeah, it was a little weird at first, but
you're not used to hearing yourself talk.
Yeah, well, I actually thought it went off because I was so much used to it, I guess.
See?
I thought it wasn't working anymore.
There you go. So you'll be a regular pretty soon,
Oh, yeah, definitely. Come over here on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I made this table smooth so that when my producer's here, he could go and he could slide us a beer.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
You know?
Yeah.
Or, a soda pop or an iced tea or what have you.
Whatever. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
just
Perfect.
slide it through.
Yeah. You're all set.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But, man, so...
Okay.
I'll try to make it to a game this year.
Yeah.
You know, bring the kids down.
Yeah, I'll give you a good discount on A's merchandise.
Yeah, well, I mean, I probably have everything.
I was gonna say we got some nice new stuff. That
Oh, really?
Have. Oh yeah, every year we get some really nice stuff.
It was always
nice embroidered sweatshirts.
One thing
jackets.
that was really lacking was the full zips. You know,
yeah, right.
People will all eat those up.
Yeah, I don't know why they're so hard to get, but we get them in at Giants and they go like that. And I can't even I can't even remember having them at A's, but yeah, no, we
full
just
zips?
mainly the pullovers we sell. You know. Like
but then it messes your hair up, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, put a hat on. And it won't mess your hair up.
I don't think you've ever seen me wear a hat. I don't think so. I'm not a hat person.
Yeah, I'm not either. No, my wife says I look like a dork in a hat, so she's probably right.
Same here. Unless I get like a fresh haircut, it's always like there's stuff poking out.
Yeah,
of the bottom. You know?
Exactly. Yeah,
just look like a total slob.
Yeah.
But you'll also be. So when you going back to the Kings?
I don't know. Probably not this year because I'm on disability now till February something, and then if I get that extended to March, then going to baseball, I won't have time to work Kings. Karen works it.
Yeah,
she works the stores there, but that's another job that's hourly. It's not commission, so I'm
not
in no
even for
hurry
concerts?
to go back.
I thought concerts.
Concerts is
yeah.
But I can't do concerts anymore. I'm getting too old to get on the floor and count those shirts and
it gets
10,
super
12-hour
late.
days. Oh yeah.
And then you're like, off. Recount.
Yeah. You get there at noon and you don't get out of there till midnight or later. And I did my share of concerts. So yeah, I mean it's still decent money. It's still good money, but physically, no.
Yeah.
I'm just
because I remember
baseball's good enough.
Like for the ones that we did at Levi's, Ashley would get us like go to the kitchen down there and get a bunch of pizzas, and every time I was like, "Don't get any cheese."
Oh,
you get the cheese, and nobody eats it ever. And then just the pepper,
just the plain cheese.
Yeah,
that's what I like. It's plain cheese. Yeah,
really?
Yeah. I don't like the pepperoni that much. I'll eat it, but cheese is good enough for me.
Well, that's an East Coast thing, right? They call it plain out there.
Oh, okay, plain, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's what all the Ninja Turtles used to eat over there.
Oh, all right.
They used to love cheese pizza.
I'm a Ninja Turtle then. I guess. Okay. That's funny. Wow.
Well, Bob, it's been real.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
We'll
have to do this again.
Nice. Definitely.
I'll come see you at a game.
Okay. Please do. Yeah.
Catch Bob over there.
Yeah.
Coliseum
125 or at Giants.